Hi everyone, I'm the online community manager for the Gypsy Nurse, and today we have some very special guests joining us to discuss the most talked about event for travel healthcare workers. It's a huge conference with an epic after party. That's right, I'm talking about TravCon. Even though it is the most talked about, there are still some questions lingering around that a bunch of you have been asking. So I asked some of the members from TravCon to join me today to help answer some of those questions. So if you have any of those questions, it's your first time, or if you've gone a few times and you still have some questions, feel free to post them in the comment box. We will do our best to answer as many as we can. Before I bring on my special guest, I would like to show you just a little glimpse of what TravCon is all about. So let's get a little here.
After the last year and a half we've had, I'm just pumped to be able to connect with people again. Only at TravCon can I go to Vegas, get educated, and meet amazing people who honestly just get me.
It's really nice to have so many nurses in one place. I mean, especially with COVID, this is like therapeutic. Also, super fun to be in Vegas.
Having a different connection than just over the phone. It's an awesome experience to network.
We know a lot of people in the community online, but like actually meeting them in person has been amazing.
Yeah, it's super cool, and you realize how small the travel community is, seeing all the people together. Yeah, it's just helpful to like be able to pick and choose what you want for a session too. You can kind of customize your weekend based off of what you're interested in.
All my friends were going and asked me if I was coming, so I had to show up.
I absolutely love coming to TravCon because I like seeing the joy that people have.
I was blown away at how much the Allied Health Travel Group grew this year. We had a whole speaking track just for us and tons of meetups and happy hours.
The main reason I love TravCon is to get a chance to interact with so many people you don't normally get to talk to.
I like to network and meet other travelers and kind of compare how their experience is, and also meeting the companies to see what they offer too.
Definitely love a good Drea's party, so the after party I'm ready for.
Never ever gonna leave. You ain't gonna get it from me.
Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens at TravCon goes on Facebook, so be careful.
I could do this every day. I got nothing but the highlights. Can't believe that this is my life. I'm only living on the bright side. I'm like, no, 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 no. This is where I wanna be. Never ever gonna leave. You ain't gonna get it from me. I'm like, no, 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 no.
All right, so doesn't that look exciting, guys? So we have, like I said, the members from TravCon joining us to talk about this. We also want to see you there. So we have a special promo code. It's scrolling at the bottom to get $50 off of your ticket. And then you're also entered to win the TravCon sweepstakes drawing for a chance to win one of 3 $500 gift cards. So joining me today, we have Julia Kuhn. She is the TravCon Hub social media guru. She is a speech language pathologist and adult neurogenic rehab. She is the founder of the Traveling Traveler blog. We also have Phil Light, an RN, director of education. He is an ER travel nurse of 15 years and co-founder of TravCon and co-founder of the Professional Association of Travelers. And we also have Michelle Freitag, the BSN director of operations. Michelle traveled full-time in an RV as an ICU and ER traveler for 7 years. She's the co-founder of TravCon and travels whenever the opportunity arises. I am right there with you. So let's bring on Phil, Julia, and Michelle.
Hi.
Thank you so much for us today. Are you guys ready for TravCon?
Oh,
We
that video
are.
had me so pumped.
Emotionally, yes, we're ready.
Was that
Yes.
you at the end jumping in the pool, Michelle?
Michelle.
We can't keep her out of the pool.
It's like one of the perks. If you get to arrange the party, then you get to jump in the pool.
Oh,
So
that's fun. Well, I hope I can jump in there with you because that looked like a blast.
yeah, it's a super fun event, I have to say.
Oh, definitely. I've gone a couple times before, and I'm so excited that we're going to be going back as well. So I know it's going to be better than ever. So for everyone out there, oh, did you have something, Michelle?
It's grown a lot since you've been there, Rachel. I think it's been a few years. So you're going to see it. The exhibit hall is bigger, the speaking sessions, there's more of them. So you're going to see a big change.
I'm so excited. Well, for those of you out there that don't know, can you guys kind of explain what TravCon is? I know the video showed a lot of excitement, but if you could narrow it down, what would you say?
You know, TravCon got dreamt up originally as just a meet and greet. And then we started thinking, well, we should have a reason to go. So we put some education events together. And then we also wanted to have the exhibitors as part of the event because they want to be there to be able to connect with travelers. So it ended up being the perfect triangle of exhibitors. And we have exhibit hall with 120 exhibitors this year. And then a whole speaking track with 7 concurrent sessions during the conference, and most of them are CE eligible. And then we have the whole social component because most travelers cannot get together with other ones of their own. Usually there's 1 or 2 in a unit or in a hospital. And here we actually bring all the healthcare travelers of all types together to be able to celebrate and connect and network for the coming year.
That's
It's
awesome.
our event. So the travelers come and they know that this whole thing is being put on just for them.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
It's so special.
No admin, no sales, just the healthcare travelers and the exhibitors. It's awesome.
How many years have we been doing this, Michelle? We used to keep track, like the 13th.
We used to. I think this is 14 now.
It is. That's about right.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
That's amazing. And I'm sure it's just so amazing just to watch, you know, as it grows year after year and get more people excited, and just the whole industry's grown.
I love the blend because a good 30% want to come back every year. So it's very cool to be able to see those same people every year, and they see it as a family reunion. Yeah. And then a good 70% are new, which is also exciting because it means that you're kind of reaching more people and you're able to bring them in. It's really a nice blend of the two.
There's a whole mentor relationship that develops with the old travelers or the old attendees and the new attendees. You know, oh, we'll tell you how to do it. We'll show you how to do it.
Exactly. Make sure you come early. Make sure you do this. Make sure you set your schedule up. And they've got all the sort of tips of the trade.
Room in your suitcase for all the swag you're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better take 2 suitcases.
Yeah.
One empty. Absolutely.
The exhibitors are extremely generous, and you know, it's really nice. The attendees can go away with free stuff, but they also really engage with the exhibitors, which is fantastic. And so many of the companies have said, wow, I really made a lot of good connections, because that is your only time in the year where you can make the personal connection versus over Zoom or over the phone or texting. Like, this is your one in-person chance. And it's like speed dating in the exhibit hall. It's
very good.
Trying to get
But it's so much more valuable, I think, than those like phone calls and text messages, because you get to see, like, do I connect with this person? Do I feel like they have my best interest in mind? Can I trust them? And you get that off of like a 2-minute interaction more than you could over an hours and hours on the phone, where you just can't judge that connection. So it's so valuable.
And most travelers come away with anywhere from 5 to 7 real shorts in their list. In other words, this is my top pick. And when my next assignment's done, I've got, 5 to 7 favorites that I loved that I will follow up with. That's kind of cool. So it kind of pays off throughout the whole year for the exhibitors.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely. And referrals too. I feel like the exhibitors at TravCon, we just see them grow every year too. They get bigger and bigger, and it's great to see that. Some start off as singles, go to doubles. It's exciting for them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure for them to get to know and actually see them too, kind of learn more about them, that probably helps them out all year long too. Just things that they can remember from what they met the other one, like other nurses and all of that.
And then a lot of companies want to give back. So for them, it's their way to sort of give back to their travelers that come to the conference. They're like, hey, we'll take you out to dinner. We'll get together here. And you make you get to connect again with the person you've been working with all year.
Sometimes that's the only time they ever meet. That's
yes.
A lot of people have never laid eyes on their recruiter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and as travelers and in healthcare, we're so underappreciated. I mean, I think you don't realize it until you talk to your friends like in tech who are like, oh, my company's taking me on a trip or a fancy dinner. It's like, well, I never get that. Maybe I get like a pizza or a bag of candy or something. But when you go to Vegas and like these companies are renting out entire clubs, like years ago when the Gypsy Nurse rented out the entire Paris, Staff DNA and Liquid Agents rented out the entire Eiffel Tower last year. Like when they do stuff like that and you go for free, it's like this elevated feeling that you don't get anywhere else. Like nobody does that for us.
Yeah.
So you spend all year feeling isolated, as travelers often do. They feel isolated, sometimes lonely, and then you come together at this amazing event and you realize you're not isolated, you're not alone. All of these people are in my family.
And the small intimate dinners are neat too, because companies will say, hey, I've got a spot for 10 people and we want a lot of our own travelers or new travelers to join us. And you get these intimate dinners that happen on Monday and Tuesday nights or hangouts. That's really nice too.
Yeah, it seems like there's always something to do. So even if you don't have a game plan going in, like there's going to be people be inviting you to dinner, to, you know, golf games and all kinds of different things where it's just like, don't be worried if you don't have anything to do on Monday and Tuesday night. Someone's going to drag you out to wherever.
Yeah, and I always recommend talk to the agencies you work with and see if they have any invite-only events.
Yeah.
Because what we've seen is we have all of our official events on our website and on our social media, but a lot of times agencies will want to specifically treat their own travelers, and they're really not going to advertise it because they want to keep it in-house. So talk to your own recruiters and see, are you doing anything? Is there a lunch or anything that you could go to that might be special for your agency too?
And if your agency isn't exhibiting, you can ask them why not.
We're officially
you
sold
can meet
out.
Other agencies there. Wow.
Yeah, the exhibit hall is officially sold out, and there was actually quite a few still that wanted to get in, and they're like, "You're sold out." We sell out every year, but we also want to not let the balance be too crazy. So we want a good balance between attendees and exhibitors, and that's how we keep it. So it's nice having like a good ratio of exhibitors to
travelers to recruiters, basically.
Yeah, that
we try to let in like traveler owned businesses and, you know, make sure they're included and stuff like that, which is great.
You know, one question I see come up a lot is, I'm going there alone. You know, I don't have anyone to go with. Well, when you ask that question in the hall with 800 people sitting there, 700 of them raise their hands. I came alone as well. And so everyone comes alone. That's the life of a traveler. And the whole point of TravCon is we bring everyone together so you can connect and you can make friends. You can go to any of the events alone and you'll instantly find other people who are alone and are there. And they're like, hey, let's go hang out. Let's go walk the strip. Let's go to the next session. So that's the biggest thing that I find is people don't realize how many people go to TravCon on their own and then come away with just a bucket full of friends.
Often lifetime friends.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So true.
Definitely. And then you might bump into them at another assignment. You might see a bunch of these people at their assignments and be like, hey, we met at TravCon. We jumped in the pool together.
Yeah. That just happened to me this year, and it was great because otherwise I don't know if I even would have had a social circle at the assignment I was on, but a traveler I met at TravCon was there, and we got together and actually grew some other travelers in our circle too. So, but it all started because of TravCon connection.
Oh, that's great. See, more reasons to go.
It's a fun event. It's just, It's unassuming. I mean, the exhibit hall is a little crazy. It's like a festival atmosphere, but it's a generally unassuming event. You can show up and you can just do sessions. You can just do the exhibit hall. You can just kind of hang out. You can do whatever fits your needs at the time.
Now, are there any sessions? I know we're talking about travel healthcare workers, but is there any sessions for people that are looking to get into travel nursing that are just getting started? Are they welcome to join too? I know we get a lot of questions about that.
The best possible thing for them to attend would be Newbie Boot Camp, which is on the day before the main conference. And we go through, it's basic training for new travelers. People learn all about the business, how the relationships between all the key players. It's basic training, and then they're ready for the rest of the conference.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So
it's really set up specifically
for
that.
Sessions too, yeah, in the conference itself. I'm gonna do a session on how to avoid housing scams and find housing with Brian Payne, the owner of Furnish Finder. That is going to be incredible if you're starting out or been a traveler forever. So we have sessions like that are going to be really good too.
I would say only about a third of the sessions are clinical and the rest are travel related, like taxes or negotiating or housing or, things that are, we have a sprinkling of both. So if you want to learn some more clinical, you can, but the majority is how to survive, how to thrive as a life of a traveler.
Professional development is a category that isn't clinical, but it helps you be a better clinician. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of courses along that line.
We do have sorry, you can go ahead and finish.
No, I was done.
And do we, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, do we have a recommendation for who would be a good fit for Newbie Boot Camp? Is it people like dreaming of travel for a year, travel for 2 years, never been to TravCon before?
For sure, it's those who have never traveled, and then generally those who have just been traveling for about a year to 2 years, just in that early part, because they've already learned a lot, but there's a lot of things they haven't thought of. Maybe they haven't done a tax return yet. Maybe they haven't done this or that, or they've only ever dealt with one company. They haven't dealt with different companies, or it could be any number of things. So we've had travelers that have been traveling for about 1 to 2 years that have still found it really helpful because they managed to sort of fill in all those gaps that they didn't have when they first started.
We occasionally have very experienced travelers that come to Newbie Boot Camp. Mm-hmm. And of course, they learned a lot that they've got 5 years experience, and yet they're still learning things. And we've had people that have attended Newbie Boot Camp 2 or more times, which is interesting.
And we're always changing. It does come with nice food in the reception.
It does.
People might want to come.
And we change it up a little bit every year. We're always updating it, adding things as things get more relevant. We're always adding stuff like that. So
we feed them, and we have a nice reception, and we treat them pretty well. So
yeah, give them all the cookies and candy, but come to the travel nurse side.
Oh no, it's full on real food. It's we had a ramen station at the reception last year. It was awesome. That sounds delicious.
On top of other really good food options too.
The whole conference is a good place to eat.
There's a lot of good food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when you're making your plans, you don't really need to worry about breakfast or lunch on either day of the main conference, and you don't need to worry about lunch on Sunday or Wednesday.
Furnished Finder is our sponsor for all-day coffee.
Ooh,
so that is just such a bonus. There's always coffee wherever you want it. Coffee and tea and drinks.
People don't realize.
Although I will say my one hot tip. If you are a real coffee addict, which I am, the hotels do not come with coffee machines anymore. They've been discontinued years ago. They do have fridges. I recommend bringing cold brew. Like if you absolutely need that one cup before you get going, bring the cold brew, then you can load up at the conference. That's my biggest tip.
A lot of rooms also don't even have a fridge on top of that. So, yeah, you have a special room, Julia. I just make sure that
I must have had ice then, but I did, all the rooms in Vegas are taking away the coffee pot. So I did just do cold brew over ice when I was in Vegas last time, and it worked out fine. So
yeah,
can't really make cold brew go bad.
Yeah.
They want you to get out of the room and go down and spend money in the casino.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's a Starbucks probably in every single hotel, or at least
there was, but Starbucks is not in the Paris anymore, but they have a couple of other coffee places. So
good to know.
You have to really hike.
First thing in the morning, you go down there and there's a line. So you having your own coffee in your room.
Yeah.
Your own caffeine fix, whatever it is a good idea.
That's why. We did have some other questions come through. That question about the newbie boot camp, that was what Christina in our comments was asking right before you answered it. So perfect.
There, Christina.
There are events before and after the main conference. What are those events like? So I know there's a few that you guys have, and then, some other sponsors.
So the whole timeline of the event it really starts on Saturday. And on Saturday, Julie is leading a hike and Trish is leading a golf event. So they're both kind of a good from 7:30 a.m. till 2-ish, because then the heat gets incredible. So we have two really good, healthy events that happen on the Saturday. And there's also an A1 for baby people to do their certification on Saturday.
Air folk.
I don't even know the breakdown of what that is. Then on Sunday, we head to all-day newbie boot camp. And then there's also a medical Spanish day that is all day on Sunday as well. And then the Monday, Tuesday are main events.
We have the self-defense thing on Sunday too.
Wednesday.
No, that's CPI is on Wednesday, but
oh yes, model mugging.
Yeah, model mugging. That'll be fun for a lot of people. You get
it's brand new this year.
Somebody that's in fully protective gear, so you learn self-defense moves, but you can actually hit or kick the person, the trainer, the instructor, as hard as you want. You won't hurt them. I think it'll be fun for a lot of people.
It's an amazing thing. It's so cool. Phil got a hold of this guy, and he's actually bringing all the gear to the event. So if you want to do, it's like 2 hours of lecture and 2 hours of hands-on where you get to really get a sense. Fantastic. So that you're right. That's on Sunday. And Monday, Tuesday's main event. And then Tuesday night, we wrap it up with a party at Dre's, and that's included in the ticket. So the main conference ticket has that, and it has the brunch on Wednesday. Awesome. And then on Wednesday, we have the CPI Nonviolent Crisis Intervention. Yes. And that's ER nurses, psych. They all need that. We also repeat the medical Spanish for anyone who wants to take newbie boot camp on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
So there's both.
That CPI class, that's primarily like $1,000 class. Very, very, very affordable at our conference.
We got really lucky. We Health Trust Workforce Solutions said we have instructors because we teach it, and we'll bring our instructors and teach the course for you at like a super low cost. So we're super thankful for them. And there was about 30, wasn't there, Phil, last year? 30 people got it.
Yeah, there's going to be 70 this year. We've already got quite a few signed up. It's a very respectful class.
And then during the conference, we also have ACLS, BLS, and PALS that people can do their stuff ahead of time and just show up and get the testing portion done. NRP is also on Sunday. I forgot about that. Patricia teaches that. So we have the whole gamut of certifications.
A lot of people just come every 2 years and take care of their certifications, recertification at the conference. And that's another good excuse to come to TravCon every year.
It just makes
and you don't have to
spend your month.
Yeah, and you don't have to spend 3 hours doing it because you've done a lot of it ahead of time online.
That's awesome. Highly recommend that, I'm sure. I would definitely do it that way. Let's see if we have any more other questions come through. We did have a comment that says travel nursing. TravCon's great for travel nurses, but allied professionals also get a lot out of this too. So even if you're allied, you're more than welcome to come.
We have sonographers. We have nurses, obviously, is the biggest group. Physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech language pathologists. surgical techs,
Radiation therapists,
lab,
occupational
lab.
respiratory therapists, all kinds
you
of
know,
radiology.
one of the people on our committee, Dylan Collier, he works really hard all year to put together just the allied room because we decided we need a dedicated allied room. So there's so many different occupations within that. You have to kind of pick and choose. But this year he has a radiology session, a case management session, lab, a therapy panel. Like he's got a lot of different allied sessions in there. And that's something I missed actually. On Sunday evening, there is a reception dedicated to allied and therapists.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
I think we had like 80 there last year, Julia, and that was a big
I think
turnout.
we had 80 last year, and it was just casual. It was just myself and Laura from Nomadicare running it, and it was such a huge success. We decided to make it a part of the program because allied professionals, like we kind of get a little sometimes like the afterthought of the travel nursing industry, and it can be hard to find each other. So to have that event kind of the day the conference started, that we could all meet and understand we're the same profession, and then really like bounce professional kind of setbacks and ideas off of each other. It was great. Like I'm so happy I did that last year. I'm looking forward to it this year.
And it's a growing segment every year because everybody's networking going, oh my God, you got to come to TravCon. And most of the sessions apply to them as well. You know, it's very easy to say travel nurse. They don't say travel healthcare professional, but all the sessions basically have this same focus for a healthcare traveler, not just the nurse.
4 or 5 sessions, they're all multidisciplinary.
Even the clinical sessions, it's things like last year we had understanding what was happening with long COVID. This year it's understanding like chest x-rays. It's things that everybody could use some degree of understanding of. That is like interesting, even to me, like I think.
Plants that kill.
I'm excited for that one. Plants that kill.
Oh my God.
Nurse serial killers last year.
Yes.
Very well attended. Really not a clinical topic, but it does help you understand the psychology of what goes through these crazy people's minds. And it was interesting to, didn't matter what discipline you were, it was an interesting presentation.
Yeah, it does sound very interesting. Well, we only have a few minutes left. There's a few questions that, one that came through and then one that I have that I know everyone might be thinking about or not thinking about. What do they wear? Do they wear their scrubs? Do they wear suit and ties? What?
You want to take this, Julia?
I was just going to say, you can wear whatever you feel comfortable in because you're going to be walking a lot. You're also going to be in and out of different temperatures. So I think about the base of your outfit being comfortable shoes, maybe a nice pair of sneakers or clogs or work shoes. And then whatever you feel comfortable in, maybe make a layer like a sweater or something. You're going to be moving a lot. You're also going to be talking to potential employers. So we do whatever can make you feel comfortable, make you feel empowered when talking to people, and also not uncomfortable during the day. That would be my advice.
The baseline term is business casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, business casual.
Obviously no cutoffs, ideally no tank top per se, but just have a light shirt over it. But definitely, as Julia says, bring a light top because the speaking rooms are freezing cold. And it's really hard to find that. It takes hours once it's cool to warm up or vice versa. So they always keep the speaking rooms cold. That's just what they do. And we can't really make much of a change there. So definitely bring a light top for the cold speaking rooms. And the exhibit hall is pretty cool too. A lot of air conditioning.
And then for the after party that is at Dre's nightclub, they have their own dress code, which is listed on the nightclub website. Our unofficial theme is going to be gold and silver. So if you want to wear something gold and silver, but I check out their website too, because especially for men, it's a little specific. Like you need to wear closed-toed shoes. I think a shirt with at least a collar or a nicer shirt. So could check out their website.
Yeah, they do want you to dress up a little bit. They're not going to let in somebody with cutoffs per se. It's got to be a little dressier because Dre's has a standard they want to keep. So we have to, it's your fun time to dress up. People are dressed to the nines usually.
I do wear, white tie and tails and a top hat.
Yeah, and you look good in it, Phil.
Oh, well, I look good in everything.
All right. Well, our last question is, what is everyone's favorite part of TravCon? Each of your favorite parts. We'll start with Phil.
I love that moment when we open the door. Basically, we're in the hallway. Everybody's lined up. They're excited, and we say we're open, and the crowd starts coming down the main hallway towards registration. And the look on their faces, they're so happy and excited, and it warms your heart to see this.
Got me having goosebumps.
It gives me goosebumps every year.
Yes.
I love that moment.
Oh, what about you, Michelle?
You know, along that same theme, I love the time when you're standing in the middle of the exhibit hall and everywhere around you, you can hear laughter and talking and just this festival din, people winning stuff or people just getting connected. It's so much energy. I thrive off the energy. I think it's great.
You can't help but smile.
What about you, Julia?
I have a similar feeling, but different location. And my location is the after party at Dre's. I love seeing everybody being so spoiled and happy dancing. Like, I'm one to always dance on top of the tables with like everybody else. And those are just things that normal people can't do. But just to be able to dance and have fun and see everybody else be able to do the same thing and just feel special and kick back, like, I enjoy that. I enjoy how nobody's saying like you can't go on that space because you're not paying like for a VIP table or like that's closed. It's like everybody's welcome and equal and just having a good time.
It's so true. Normally you have to pay for the cabanas and you have to pay for a cushion and we just have full range in that clubhouse.
Of the fanciest, nicest nightclub in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I can't wait.
And it's outdoors. So it's even better.
Yeah. I remember one year I went, it was at the very high rooftop and it was so windy and I was like, I'm going to get blown off of this roof.
Was that at the Rio? It must have been the Rio.
That was the Palms. I think it was or was it the Palms that goes?
Well, the Palms is kind of protected. It just had a moon roof.
Opened.
But it was pretty.
I wouldn't feel the wind there. It's got to be the Rio.
Yeah.
Rachel, you're going to love Dre's if you've not.
Yeah.
So excited.
It's only like the 7th floor, so you're not too high. You have a great view of the Bellagio fountains and everything going on in town.
You can stand at the rail and look right down on the fountains. And
that sounds beautiful.
It's pretty magical.
Well, my favorite part, and then I'll leave you guys with this, is just I see all these people online, you know, and the past times that I've gone, you know, I see people on Instagram, Facebook, and just getting to meet those people in real life. I'm just super excited. And Gina, I saw that you're coming with your sister. Gina, come see me. You're always on my lives, so I'm excited to meet you in real life. She's always, every time we have a live event, she's always watching. So is Christina, so I hope you get to go as well. And I get to meet all of you lovely people out there that I get to interact with, but don't get to see in real life. So, all right.
Perfect.
Any last words from you guys? Hopefully we see everyone there.
Hope to see you there.
Yeah.
Don't miss the event of the year.
Yes, thank you. And you can get your tickets at travcon.org. Be sure to use that promo code. And then also, if you're a registered member on the gypsynurse.com, which if you aren't, you can go ahead and get signed up. You will get a party pack from us when you come see us at our booth. It's a fanny pack. We have a shot glass that has a lanyard, a cooling headband, and some more goodies. So be sure to register on the gypsynurse.com. And so that way you can get your party pack. But yeah, go to travcon.org to get your tickets. And we will see you there. Thank you.